Hello, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. Well, this happens to be the first day of summer, June 20th, on this wonderful Sunday morning. And it also happens to be Father's Day. So I want to wish all of the fathers a happy Father's Day. And we want to walk around the garden and take a look and see what is opening up. And there have been so many different changes that I've been making in the garden. So come and walk around with me in the garden. Let's take a garden tour here in my urban cottage garden here in the Northeast Zone 6, Catherine's Garden. But yet, it is not just my garden, Catherine's garden. I also share this garden with my husband, and he is such a great garden companion. He helps me with the grass and the lawn and the edging. And another special thing that he does is that he loves Impatience. So I want to show you all of the different places, not all, but some of the places where he has put in Impatience, and they are just flourishing. They're actually growing together, touching one another, and it's such a beautiful thing. So let's take a look at the Impatience and recognize my husband's hands, the father of my children, his hand in the garden. And if you have not subscribed to Catherine's Garden and Home, I'm inviting you to subscribe. Yeah, hit the notification bell so that you can follow us and be with us on this beautiful journey of gardening here in Catherine's Garden. Hello, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. It's so good to be with you here today. And I just wanted to start with the deck and let you see what I've been doing so far. I'm just trying to get a feel for what I want it to look like. And today we are going to be celebrating Father's Day in the garden. So we've been putting it together. The deck has gotten a really nice paint job. I've decided to keep the different cushions on the chair for now, but I've added a chair and a pillow and the centerpiece, and I'm going to also keep the Japanese maple here, and I put together there the calla lilies, so that's going to add some color here. But right now it's simple, and when we add people to it, it'll fill up real quick. And I want to wish all of the fathers that are part of this channel happy Father's Day. So this morning, what I want to do is follow the Impatience and look at how they are growing in the garden. So let's just take a walk around and look at all of the Impatience, because they're going to be adding a lot of color to the garden for this summer season, and especially under the shade where, things don't grow as much as far as perennials and colorful flowers, but the Impatiens are going to add that to us, to this garden, and make it just look really, really beautiful. So let's do a quick little walk through and look at the Impatiens. Now, as we start with this area here, you can see that the Impatiens are getting larger and they're starting to touch one another. And that is exactly what we're looking for. They're just growing big and bunchy and joining one another here. We're going to end up coming into some Impatiens. Right in the vegetable patch. Now, my husband designed this area, and I think it came out really beautiful. I love the sun shining on it. This is his creation. Oops. We also put this little patch of Impatiens here, and we can see them from the kitchen window. It draws our eyes down back to this back bed. It reminds us that we need to utilize as much of the garden as possible. I do love this pink color and the white. In the evenings, the white really shows up. I love when the garden gets a fresh haircut, and that is what had happened on yesterday, the day before, and it got a good watering down from my husband. So it is looking so beautiful this morning in the coolness of the day, early sunrise. Now, one of the featured plants in the garden is this hydrangea. I just love my hydrangea. This is the mop head kind, Nico Blue, Endless Summer. It's been in the garden for about, I would say, 10 years. And after the roses come the hydrangeas. And definitely this hydrangea has an honored spot in the garden, right in the center. Surrounding it is the bishopweed, fern, pachysandra, and peeping out over there is the purple perilla plants, who have seated themselves all over the garden. But it just is so beautiful here. I just love the texture. It reminds me of a fancy hat. Or, if you have a really good imagination, it could be the top of a woman's head, with the bishopweed being like a crown she has, or a wreath, and then that is her afro. Peeking through at the top. Yes, I have a good imagination. Now, from this Nico blue, I have propagated a lot of hydrangeas. And it's scattered throughout the garden. I like how this center bed is now developing. The bird bath in the middle, and the different circular beds surrounding it. The bird bath is circular, so we have this circular bed here with the lilies to come later on in the season. And then we have the circular area here with the hydrangea, and then that other bed has a circular appeal as well for a bed. And then in the corners I got some new pots, and they are circular. I put the supertunia in it, and they are filling out slowly, flanking both ends of this bed. And they are circular also. You can also see that there is a repeat with the variegated grass leaping over into this bed as well. I really love this area. I just love the texture of the different leaves and the play of the different plants, ground covers that are gracing this corner. I put the marigolds, the pot of marigolds, and the pot of basil here for now. What I'm intending to do is, as the marigolds grow up, I'm going to divide them and then fill this area here. As the summer progresses, it'll get hotter, and I think the marigolds will be able to handle the heat. The basil will probably more than likely go back up on the deck because I love adding basil to my teas and food, and I just love the taste of fresh basil. So the basil will join me. On the deck. I just wanted to show you what is happening here inside this part of the garden. I took the dead nettle, or lamium I believe it's called, and I started it with a little piece from on the other side there. Now lamium was given to me by my son, and it was in his garden, and I asked for a piece, and look at how it has spread here in the garden. Really loving it in this spot. So I would love it to just continue to fill this section here, and even if it can trail into that back area there as well. I put the begonias here, and look how much they have grown in. I also planted some lettuce, if you notice right over there, and I added some more lettuce seeds here, so we'll see how that works out. I just love the chartreuse color with the deeper green color of the lamian or dead nettle, and the rich color of the begonias with the pink. And then you can see also seated in the corner over there are the purple perilla with the grasses. I love texture in the garden. I just think this is just a beautiful part here. Now this is my food forest, and my husband, he decided that he wanted to see Impatience line this bed. He wanted the color, and so he put together the Impatience here as well. But along with that, I planted the dahlias, and they are growing really well. Out of the 8 dahlias that came in the package, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dahlia plants that recovered. Remember, they were so dry, I wasn't sure that they would bloom or I would get anything out of it, but yes, they are here, and I am looking forward to getting those dahlia flowers here in this bed. So by the time this all grows in, the Impatience and then the begonias that I have in the center there, then with the dahlias and the dahlia flowers next at the next level, we have the hosta as the backdrop, and then soon the lilies, Casablanca lilies, will be blooming. That's going to be beautiful with the fruit of the different trees. I have my pear tree, the bottle pear, and the Asian pear tree. The apple tree back there, and my peach tree. I'm quite amazed at how the peaches are a good size this year. The tree is looking very healthy, and I think it's getting enough sun, so that's why it's producing such good looking peaches. Plus, I gave it some compost. I put some mulch around it so it wouldn't dry out. I added some fertilizer and so forth. Yeah, I did earlier on, and it looks beautiful this year. Yeah, so it's my husband's touch in the garden. I love it. This side of the garden, the begonias are coming up, and now you can see them peeping up here. Yeah, they are gaining some size, which is beautiful. And this garden is taking on its own look, a new look. Peppered within it, I have some lilies that will be showing up here. But I love this part because you can see the different hostas that I have in the garden. I have the green plantain, then I have the variegated hosta here on the outside leaves, and then in the inside variegation with the bishop weed, and then I have different fern here. The goat spirit is finished. But isn't this sweet, this little corner here? And I just love these hostas. I don't know what its name is. At that time I wasn't into saving the tags, but yeah. By the way, that red bucket is I saved it, and I'm allowing it to be used to gather rainwater. And when it's dry, I'm able to water the back plants. I have some plants back there that don't get the sprinkler as well. And so I use that water to water them in the back. Just trying to conserve and use rainwater for the plants as much as possible. Yeah, but back to these begonias. Aren't they pretty? Some people don't like begonias. They think they're just very ordinary. But to me, I like them. They're tough. And I love the new dark color leaves because they contrast so well with all of this green from the hostas. Now this is mint. This is apple mint. And yes, I planted it here in the midst of the hosta, right in the center there. But I kind of like that because of its upright posture. and it gives some height to this bed. My son, who is now a dad, helped me line this garden with these bricks about, I would say, 11 years ago. And we dug out and created this curve in the bed. I think we did a good job because it's still here, and he's a great dad, and he loves gardens too. Loves gardening. So he's got his training from me and his daddy. Yeah. And I put some of that same dead nettle in this pot here. And I love how it looks in the center with the white pot, the white and pink pot, and the dead nettle, and that red geranium that my husband bought. He loves red, with an Impatience. I think it looks so pretty here. I love how my espaliered, I keep messing up that word, apple tree is coming along. I wish I had done the other one as well. It looks so much more healthier and happier. Then this next one, here's the other one, which really I need to get busy with. I hope next year that I get some apples from them. You know, with the Impatience, it just adds color to the garden. And I think that that is the plant of choice because of my husband, of course. But they look so healthy here. Impatience are good for pots as well as in ground. By the way, that's my watermelon seeds. I had some extra left back. That's from the watermelon that I grew. Sugar baby. And I just tossed them in this container, and I'm going to let them grow out and then plant them in different parts of the garden. And if we continue to have mild fall weather, they will have plenty of time to grow in. You know, I should be able to harvest some because I think it's like 100 days. So maybe by September, October, I may be able to harvest in watermelon. We'll see. I did a series called Is the Watermelon Ripe? And you could find it on my YouTube channel. Yeah, so the Impatience I put in this pot. I love that color. And they'll grow up and fill out this area. This is my lemon balm, and I have just been enjoying the lemon balm tea and harvesting it. So my lemon balm has just been doing a very fine job here, growing up and thickening up, and I have been harvesting it here in this corner bed. And I put some Impatience here in these pots, and it's going to be very pretty as they grow up and fill up the pots here. And then this is the pathway into the herbal garden, flanking first by these lemon balm plants. The tea's been really great. I've been harvesting it. You can see that. And drinking it. I found a really good video on it, and the person who spoke about lemon balm, she was so thorough, and she was speaking of the goodness of it and having it in your garden and drinking the tea, and how it's very much calming and calming, and it's just like its name. It's a balm for your body. This fragrance for your senses and for your digestional system as well. Like if you have a colicky baby, give him some lemon balm. So I'll be talking more about that as time goes on. We still have a lot of summer. Today's the first day of summer. So we've got a lot of summer to talk about lemon balm and making tea. And you know, he is really such an influential figure as far as the garden is concerned, because you know what? My son gardens as well, and he loves to take care of the lawn and the flowers and all of these other things. So it is contagious. Gardening is a good thing. It's therapeutic, it's helpful, it's good for the mind, the soul, and the body. Yeah. And especially during this time with the pandemic, well, the garden played a role in keeping us all calm and collected and feeling good in our spirit, because we were able then to cultivate the garden. And it has continued even into this year, 2021, where we've been able to get out and get a lot of fresh air and sun, dig and play in the dirt, and have a good time together. And if you have not subscribed to Catherine's Garden and Home, I'm inviting you to subscribe. Yeah, hit the notification bell so that you can follow us and be with us on this beautiful journey of gardening here in Catherine's Garden. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday full of joy and sunshine. And it is so beautiful right now, so I know that if you're in the Northeast, that you're going to have a good day. And no matter what, every day is a good day. Because you're able to go out and spend time in your garden. And remember, I'm here on Wednesdays with the Wednesday Lives so that we can chat and share ideas and talk about the garden and enjoy it. Yep. And we're going to have fun. We're not having no pressure in the garden. No, that's not what this is all about. We just want to enjoy each other and enjoy the garden. Yeah, so come and join me on Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Catherine's Garden and Home, so that we can grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. Come on in, grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. Have a wonderful day and happy Father's Day. God bless. Bye. For more videos, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time right here in Catherine's Garden. Bye.